Yes. See students, in the last video we are discussing exercise, second exercise, fourth problem, right? So in that fourth problem we are working actually angle TSR plus angle SRB is equal to 180 degree. This plus this is equal to 180 degree. Interior angles on the same side of the transversal sum is 180. So already TSR is 130 degree, therefore SRB is equal to 180 degree minus 130 degree. So angle SRB which is equal to 50 degree. Yes, no? Yes, 50 degree. We got this one angle 50 degree. But actually what we need? QRS we need. For this topic, which concept we can apply actually? So if this one PQR is 110 degree, total angle QRB is 110, no? Interior alternate angles. So let us use that one. PQ line parallel to AB line. It is given actually. We proved now lines parallel to the same line that are parallel to each other. If PQ line is parallel to AB, video not clear. For everyone, video not clear? Yes, send me the message fast. For everybody, video. Okay. See students, now we are taking PQ line is parallel to AB. This PQ line is parallel to AB line. Okay. So then can we use the Z-shape angles, interior alternate angle? Angle PQR is equal to angle QRB, no? Yes, angle PQR which is equal to angle QRB, interior alternate angles. Interior alternate angles. Interior alternate angles. Now, you just observe PQR, how much? 110 degree, which is equal to QRB is also equal to 110. No? So, can I take QRB in the form of QRS plus SRB? I'll write QRB in the form of QRS plus SRB. Directly we'll take this one. PQR is equal to QRB because interior alternate angle. PQR is 110. QRS, QRB we can write it as two angles. QRB is divided into two parts. QRS plus SRB. Now 110 degree is equal to QRS is unknown actually. That one only we have to work out. SRB just now we got 50 degree. Is that clear? Now just take this one to this side. 110 minus 50 degree is equal to angle QRS. Therefore, what is the answer? That is angle QRS is equal to 110 minus 50, 60 degree. Here we got the answer as 60. Orally also you can find. If this one is 110, so total this is 110. Here if we have 50 degree, then for what value it becomes 110? 50 plus 60 which is equal to 110 degree. Is that clear students? This is the explanation part for the fourth problem. Is that clear? If you are having any doubts, you have to raise your hands. We'll discuss the doubts. So, can we continue further? Yes. If you are not having any problem in this problem, then we'll continue for the next question. Okay. So now we'll discuss the fifth problem. See here, we have fifth question. Fifth question is like this. In figure, if AB parallel to CD. See, just observe the figure. AB line is parallel to CD is given. Then angle APQ is 50 degree. This angle APQ is 50 degree. Okay, so then angle PRD is 127 degree. Angle PRD, this angle is 127 degree. So what we have to find here? X and Y. It's a very simple problem. Okay, given data you have to write like this. AB line parallel to CD, APQ 50 degree, PRD is equal to 127 degree. So now we have to work out, yes, X and Y. Already X, we got the answer. Now see, APQ is 50 degree in the sense here observing Z shape, no? Anyhow, AB line is parallel to CD line. So that is APQ is equal to angle PQR, right? Angle PQR is nothing but X, no? Yes, we'll start the problem with the given data, that is AB line is parallel to CD line. So therefore, angle APQ which is equal to angle PQR. Angle PQR because interior alternate angles. Interior alternate angles. Okay, so now you just observe interior alternate angle. APQ value is how much actually? 50 degree, which is equal to PQR is mentioned in the diagram as X. So therefore PQR is X. Therefore X is equal to 50 degree. First work is over. We got the X value finished. Actually X we got it as 50 degree. Now we have to find out Y value. How can we find out Y value? Yes, alternate angles only for Y also. So how can we find out for Y also alternate angles? Yeah, yes. Again, this AB line is parallel to CD line. ಸೊ ಈಗ ಇಲ್ಲೊಂದು ಝಡ್ ಶೇಪ್ ತಗೊಂಡ್ರಿ ಅಲ್ಲ, ಸ್ವಲ್ಪ ಮುಂದೆ ಹೋದ್ರೆ ಇಲ್ಲೊಂದು ಝಡ್ ಶೇಪ್ ಕಾಣಿಸ್ತಾ ಇದೆ, ಕರೆಕ್ಟಾ? Angle APR is equal to angle PRD. That is also pair of alternate angles, right? No, Z shape like that. Okay. So now we'll work out here. Angle APR, which is equal to angle PRD. Again, interior alternate angles. Interior alternate angles. Interior alternate angles. Are you observing this one? That is, see here. This Z shape. Are you observing the Z shape here? This angle which is equal to this angle. Now APR. How can we write APR? APR is divided into two parts, 50 and Y. 50 degree plus Y, which is equal to angle PRD is given 127 degree. 127 degree. Now Y is equal to 127 degree minus 50 degree. Y is equal to how much? Yes, Y is equal to 77 degree. This is the end of the problem. Very simple, student. For both X and Y, we apply interior alternate angles topic. See here, for the first X, we took the small Z shape. And for Y also, we took the Z shape only. But here 50 plus Y, which is equal to 127. Therefore, Y is equal to 127 minus 50. So that is 77 degree. This is a very simple problem. Is that clear, students? This is about the fifth problem solution. Now we'll discuss the last question. Okay. Yes. So we'll start the last problem explanation. Okay, students. So we have to discuss the last problem of the second exercise. First, try to understand the problem. Okay. In the figure, PQ and RS are two mirrors. Two mirrors actually. This here PQ and RS are two mirrors. Okay, placed parallel to each other. They have placed parallel to each other. That means PQ parallel to RS condition is given. An incident ray AB. This is the incident ray AB. Okay, incident ray AB strikes the mirror PQ at B point. This ray AB which touch the mirror at BQ point. Okay, sorry, B point. Are you observing? This is incident. Then it reflect. Okay, incident ray, reflected ray. So you have studied in the science concept, no? Yes. An incident ray AB strikes the mirror PQ at B. The reflected ray moves along the path BC. Okay, the reflected ray. So when the ray AB incident on PQ, then reflected ray moves along the path BC. So in this direction it is reflecting. Okay, incident ray and reflected ray. Again this reflected ray incident on another mirror RS. Are you observing this one? Again this reflected ray of this AB. So incident on the RS mirror in point C. Okay, again it reflect back in the CD direction. Are you observing? This is the incident ray. AB incident on the B point on PQ mirror. Then it reflects in the direction of BC. Again it incident, because the mirrors are parallel to each other now. Again this reflected ray is incident on the mirror RS. in the point C, then again it reflects, okay, in the direction CD. This is actually the question, okay. So here again I'll read from the second one. An incident ray AB strikes the mirror PQ at B. The reflected ray moves along the path BC and strikes the mirror RS at C and again reflects back. Again reflects back. CD along the CD. Prove that AB parallel to CD. What we have to prove here? This AB incident ray, so this CD reflecting ray, we have to show that these lines are parallel. To show that these lines are parallel. Okay, so what we have to show here? So AB line is parallel to CD line. You all know no mirror incident ray. So when the ray incident on the mirror, it reflects back. So, what concepts you know about the incident ray and reflected ray? Can anyone tell me? Using the science concept, see here, AB ray is incident on PQ mirror, okay, in point B. Then it reflects in the direction BC. Again, in the exact opposite side, we have one more mirror. So that's why this reflected ray, again, it incident on this mirror, on RS at point C. Again, it reflects back in the CD direction. Okay, what we have to show here, AB parallel to CD we have to show. So let us try the given data first. What is given actually? PQ mirror and RS mirror are parallel to each other. PQ mirror and RS mirror are parallel to each other. Using this data, what we have to prove here? We have to prove that AB parallel to CD. This AB parallel to CD. What do you know about this angle of incidence and angle of reflection? So are you observing here? AB line is incident and here only it starts reflecting. So we know one concept, that is law of reflection. By the law of reflection, we can say that angle of incidence is equal to angle of reflection. ಸೊ ಯಾವ ಆಂಗಲ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ರೇ ಇನ್ಸಿಡೆಂಟ್ ಆಗುತ್ತೋ ಅದೇ ಸೇಮ್ ಆಂಗಲ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಅದು ರಿಫ್ಲೆಕ್ಟ್ ಆಗ್ಲಿಕ್ಕೆ ಸ್ಟಾರ್ಟ್ ಆಗತ್ತೆ. ದಿಸ್ ಇಸ್ ದ ಲಾ ಆಫ್ ರಿಫ್ಲೆಕ್ಷನ್. ಓಕೆನಾ? ಫಾರ್ ಎಕ್ಸಾಂಪಲ್ ಇಲ್ಲಿ 30 ಡಿಗ್ರಿಯಲ್ಲಿ ಹೋಗಿ ಇನ್ಸಿಡೆಂಟ್ ಆಯ್ತು ಅಂತ ಅಂದ್ರೆ ರಿಫ್ಲೆಕ್ಟ್ ಆಗೋದು 30 ಡಿಗ್ರಿಯಿಂದಾನೆ ಅಂತ ಮೀನಿಂಗ್ ಅನ್ನ ಕೊಡುತ್ತೆ. So for this, I'll do one thing. What we have to take is, we have to take one BE line that is perpendicular to this PQ. Perpendicular. Okay, we are going to construct this one BE perpendicular to PQ. Then here CF perpendicular to RS. CF perpendicular to RS to show the angle of incidence and angle of reflection. So now here, this is the incident angle and this is a reflecting angle, I and R. We are denoting this by small I and small r. This angle of incidence is equal to this angle of reflection. Now here also same thing. Here let us take I1, R1, this one I2, R2. Is that clear? Here also again this is incident on one some angle and it reflects in the same angle. Angle of incidence is equal to angle of reflection. Is that clear, students? So for that, what we took actually, so this line which separates the angle of incidence and angle of reflection, no? This line is perpendicular to this PQ mirror and this line is perpendicular to this RS mirror. If the two perpendicular lines are this for the parallel lines, then can you give the condition of this BE line and CF line? Are they parallel? So for the parallel line, we took perpendicular lines. Can we say that lines are also parallel? No. Perpendicular in the sense heights are same, no, students. See, so this distance and this distance, they forms a parallel line condition only. So PQ parallel to RS line. So we'll start the proof part. No one is sending the answer for me. I think you are sitting with question mark in your face. Okay, see here, PQ parallel to RS, it is given actually. Now in the construction part, BE perpendicular to PQ and CF perpendicular to RS. If this BE perpendicular to PQ and CF perpendicular to RS, then we can say that BE line is parallel to CF line. So these line must and should parallel to each other, students, because they are perpendicular lines for the parallel lines. That's why this BE line is parallel to this CF line. Got the idea, no? Now you just observe. Here we got the two angles. This is angle of incidence and this is angle of reflection. Again here this is angle of incidence. This is angle of reflection. We all know that angle of incidence which is equal to angle of reflection by the law of reflection. So let us write that one. Angle of incidence which is equal to angle of reflection. According to which concept? By the law of reflection. By the law of reflection. Okay, angle of incidence which is equal to angle of reflection. So, angle of incidence which is equal to angle of reflection. According to that condition, I1 is equal to R1 and I2 is equal to R2. Let us write down that one. I1 is equal to R1, then I2 is equal to R2. Angle of incidence is equal to angle of reflection. Again, angle of incidence is equal to angle of reflection. Let us take these equations as equation number 1 and equation number 2. Is that clear, students? Now, so what actually BF parallel to CF? So BE parallel to, sorry, this one is BE now, students. Yes, this line BE line is parallel to CF line. If this line is parallel, are you observing the Z shape here? Yes, we are observing the Z shape. So then interior alternate angles according to that one. Now BE line is parallel to CF line. According to that condition, this R1 is equal to I2. R1 is equal to I2. Interior alternate angles. Interior alternate angles. Interior alternate angles. Call this equation as equation 3. So, first equation you just observe. I1 is equal to R1. Second equation, I2 is equal to R2. This first and second is the result of law of reflection. Angle of incidence is always equal to angle of reflection. ಯಾವ ಆಂಗಲ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಇನ್ಸಿಡೆಂಟ್ ಆಗಿರುತ್ತೋ ಮಿರರ್ ಮೇಲೆ ಅದೇ ಸೇಮ್ ಆಂಗಲ್ ಇಂದ ರಿಫ್ಲೆಕ್ಟ್ ಆಗುತ್ತೆ ರೇ ಯಾವಾಗಲೂ. So other prakara I1 is equal to R1, I2 is equal to R2. So next, according to that condition BE parallel to CF, here we got the Z-shape angle, that is R1 is equal to I2. Now compare equation 1, 2 and 3. So R1 is equal to I2 ante. This R1 and I2 are equal. R1 and I2 are equal in the sense I1 is equal to R2. No? Things which are equal to the same thing are equal to one another. From equation 1, 2 and 3, we can give the conclusion that I1 is equal to R2. From equation 1, 2 and 3, we can give the conclusion that I1 is equal to R2. I1 is equal to R2. See here, I1, R1 equal. I2, R2 equal. R1, I2 equal I2. Alige, this and this both are same in the sense these are equal to the same thing, right? So therefore, I1 is equal to R2. Is that clear, students? Got the idea of this one? So now let us take we have to concentrate on AB line is parallel to CD line. So we'll start with R1 is equal to I2. So this step is not necessary actually. So now let us continue the problem. So here what we got actually, R1 which is equal to I2 result we got. So next, I1 and R2 also equal according to axiom 1. Axiom 1. Now what we have to do is, so let us take I1 which is equal to R2. Just now we got the result that from equation 1, 2, 3, we got the result that I1 is equal to R2. Okay. For this I1 is equal to R2, we are adding the equal part. For I1, we'll add R1, which is equal to, for R2, we'll add I2. Okay, because R1 and I2 also equal. We got the result now. If equals are added to equals, then wholes are equal. So just observe I1, R1, R1, R2, I2. When we add these angles in the figure, what we'll get actually? I1, R1, which gives the total angle ABC, which is equal to R2, I2, that which gives the angle total angle BCS. So you just observe the shape of this angle ABC and BCS. It forms Z-shape angle now. These angles forms pair of interior alternate angles. Pair of interior alternate angles. Therefore, AB line is parallel to CD line. Therefore, AB line is parallel to CD line. Is that clear, students? So, do you are facing any confusion? One more time, I'll explain. See here. Angle of incidence is equal to angle of reflection. We all know this concept by the law of reflection. According to that condition, you can give the number also. Don't worry. 1, 2, 3, 4. You can give the number also. 1, 2, 3, 4. So I1 is equal to R1. I2 is equal to R2. Angle of incidence is equal to angle of reflection. Angle of incidence is equal to angle of reflection. 1 and 2, we got the idea. Okay. Next, we know that this BE line is parallel to CF line. According to that condition, interior alternate angle wise, R1 is equal to I2. This R1 equal to I2. Already we know that I1, R1 equal. I2, R2 equal. This R1, I2 equal in the sense according to axiom concept, I1 is also equal to R2 only. No? If equals are added to equals, then wholes are equal only. No? I1 plus R1 is equal to I2 plus R2. Just do that one. I1 plus R1 is equal to I2 plus R2. If equals are added to equals, then wholes are equal. I1 plus R1, it forms angle ABC. Then I2 plus R2 forms angle BCD. So these form Z-shape angles. So when it is possible, only when the line AB parallel to CD. So this is about the sixth question explanation. Now, if anyone is having doubt, then you have to raise your hand fast. Are you facing any problem in this question? If you are having any doubt in this question, we'll discuss. Otherwise, we'll end the class. As fatafat student, you have to send me the message. No doubts. Is it clear, students? So angle of incidence. So ray ಬಂದ್ಬಿಟ್ಟು ಕನ್ನಡಿ ಮೇಲೆ ಫಾರ್ಮ್ ಆದಾಗ ಮಿರರ್ ಮೇಲೆ ಫಾರ್ಮ್ ಆದಾಗ ಎಸ್ ಅದೇ ಆಂಗಲ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ರಿಫ್ಲೆಕ್ಟ್ ಬ್ಯಾಕ್ ರೇ ಹೀಗೆ ಬಂದಿದ್ದು ಅದರ ರಿಫ್ಲೆಕ್ಷನ್ ಸೇಮ್ ಆಂಗಲ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಫಾರ್ಮ್ ಆಗುತ್ತೆ ಆಂಗಲ್ ಆಫ್ ಇನ್ಸಿಡೆನ್ಸ್ ಆಲ್ವೇಸ್ ಈಕ್ವಲ್ ಟು ಆಂಗಲ್ ಆಫ್ ರಿಫ್ಲೆಕ್ಷನ್ ಓಕೆನಾ so here we use that concept I1 is equal to R1 then I2 is equal to R2. To show the angle of incident and angle of reflection separately, we took the help of this perpendicular lines. So these perpendicular lines are parallel to each other. So that's why we took the help of this R1 is equal to I2 using interior alternate angles topic. Is that clear, students? Yes, no doubts. No doubts, no confusion, Mataji. Okay, very nice. Then I'll send the parallel lines notes now only. 1 second. Let us. So, what we discussed yesterday, you just write it in your notes first. Then you copy the example problems. Then by the evening, I'll send the solution of the 6 problems also. You just verify once again. Then you can copy that solutions to your notebook. Is that clear, students? This is the explanation of parallel lines and a transversal topic. So if you are having any confusion regarding this, now also you can ask, otherwise you can send the message, Mataji, I need the explanation part for this or that. Okay, so and I need the introduction to Euclid's geometry notebook, students. Only I think what is your total strength? So in that only 30%, 30 or 40% I got. Okay, so for 30 or 40% students, anyhow, Monday I'll tell. So Monday I'll tell the exact picture of that introduction to Euclid's geometry. Okay, so we should write the axioms in notebook. Which axioms? If you use the axiom, you have to write the axiom in your notebook. Yes, of course. Yes. Any confusion, students? Okay, introduction to Euclid's geometry. I have put one column here. Introduction to Euclid's geometry. Today I'll put the mark. Whoever submitted their notes for that, I'll put the right marks, and for the remaining students, I'll give 1 or 2 days time. Within Monday or Tuesday, you have to submit. That is the last warning. Okay. Yes.